the starter out of there. Looks like for starters we got two. Here's how this is going to work. I'm going to bring you guys along for the whole ride. My failures, my achievements. So when I run into little obstacles like this, I'm going to keep it rolling because that's what it's all about. Anybody who works on this kind of stuff knows that it's not all cake. So the issue I'm having is I don't have my manual impact driver. So what I'm going to do is go grab my impact gun with the number 3 Phillips, see if we can't flip it. And if that doesn't work, I got some other stuff for you, don't worry. Alright, so what I'm going to try next is number 3 Phillips. The screws are number 2s, but it looks like someone's already been in here trying to get this starter off at some point. So they're pretty rounded. So we're gonna see. I feel like the number 3s would work better. Every once in a while you get lucky. There's those two. Let's see what else we got here. Alright. Need to disconnect the starter wire. This goes back to the starter solenoid, which I would show you, but I've already removed all the electronics. So go ahead and disconnect this wire. Just take time. Should just pop out. There she goes. Alright. There it is. What I want to try and do, it'd be nice to get this thing out, even if I just get it out and set it on the floor next to it. You know, just another accomplishment. Again, it's not easy with my leg, so we'll see what it feels like, and if it's too much, then we'll move on to something else. See if I can pop this out without hurting myself. Another thing I was going to mention, I know it sounds like common sense, and I feel like an old man telling you this, but good habit to get into is when you remove a component, put your screws back where they came from, and then you don't lose them. Another method is, you know, plastic baggies, label everything, take pictures. So let's get the old pry bar. Well, I don't think I'm going to do that tonight. No biggie. There's other stuff that can be done. All the troubles I've gone through with my leg, I'm not pushing it in any way. If something's too much, it can wait. The question is, what do I want to work on next? So, let's keep stretching stuff. brake press or brake switch. Basically, when you push this down, pulls this screen or this spring and opens and closes a set of contacts in here, and that's what makes your tail light come on and off. So that's that. You can disconnect this rear drum. It's just a cotter pin down here. And looks like maybe a 12 millimeter. Yeah, they're not in bad shape. The spokes are a little rusted. I'll go at it, see how well I can clean them up. Tires are pretty dry rotted. I'll eventually have to put new tires on it. But again, this is no race. I have no deadline for this build. Just kind of work on it when I can. So the rear tire is removed. What do we want to do next? I guess we can pull the swing arm off. See how well this comes loose. Being out of work, you lose your strength fast. I feel so weak anymore. All right. There you have it, boys and girls. Swing arms off. See if we can't get this brake assembly out. I think this is kind of pressed in there. So what I'm going to do is I have a nice brass punch. Very important. Brass is softer than your other metals. So when we're doing something like this, it doesn't do damage to the part itself. Really should have did a better job keeping all this stuff together and organized. I will admit I kind of rushed through it last time I was out here working on it. Got ahead of myself and I shouldn't have. But hey, it's always some idiot posting videos on YouTube. So if I have any questions, I'm sure I can figure it out. So the rear swing arm's off. There's really not a whole lot left to take off, or that I can take off at the moment. I was struggling with the engine, and again, I'm not going to overdo it. No rush. Can't take the front end off because the bike will fall over. I made this electronics tray to move all the electronics up underneath the seat, but it actually wasn't deep enough and wasn't really going to work for this type of seat I want to do. So this is going to come out. I'm going to make one that's deeper, come down about an inch. That'll still leave this nice and open, which is a good look, but it'll be a little more functional. I'm going to chop the frame to about here. Going to probably order a seat hoop because you can get them pretty darn cheap with the integrated tail light and all that, and it's just easier that way. You can make them. I'm confident I could make one, but a lot easier and faster. Just order one. They're like 30 bucks on Amazon. Get rid of the seat tabs, just everything else. Just kind of get it cleaned up. Alright guys, I decided the last thing I'm going to do before I call it quits tonight is whack at the frame a little bit. I know I look like a goober, but hey look, I've had a couple eye injuries myself, and I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. Shit sucks. Safety first, guys. Simple as that. I've also seen the wicked things that a die grinder could do. So I'm a firm believer. I know the first thing you're going to say is safety first. You're not using a guard on your die grinder. Yes, you are correct, but those of you who have used a die grinder know that you can't get anywhere you need to get with a guard on. So fingers crossed. Basically, God, I need to get that GoPro going. Basically, there's a bunch of shit on the back of the frame here that I will not be using. So it's gonna go. I wish you could see closer, but not set up. So first thing's gonna go is this top bracket here. Alright guys, it stopped recording mid cut, which whatever, no big deal. I was just grinding away. I was gonna fast forward through that crap anyway. Basically where I left off, I got that hoop, this bracket off here. I started to cut the back of the frame off, but my wheel was getting kind of short. I'm gonna end up using a Sawzall or a bandsaw. For those of you who are wondering, right now I'm just cutting it. There's actually a factory weld here. I'm cutting on both sides there, that way it's relatively even. Once I get the hoop, the seat hoop, and kind of get an idea for the seat pan, then I can make this final cut, weld on my seat hoop. The frame needs to be cleaned up a lot. You know, there's the old bracketry. I'm gonna grind all that down, smooth the frame out, get it looking nice. But yeah, starters off, swing arms off. Did some cutting and grinding. Now I think it's time to go to bed. So I'll catch up with you later. Hey guys, I'm out here smoking some meat. Got a whole chicken on the smoker. Wife took the kids around the block, so I figured I'd look at this thing for a minute. I think I figured out why I couldn't just get the engine out the other night. There's another bracket down here on the bottom. Just took that bolt out. See if it'll come out now. Ah, this whole bracket comes out. It's a sneaky son of a bitch. What size is that? See? This is it here. She's gonna come out now. Come right on out. Bolts out. Brackets loose. There she is. Alright. Alright, boys and girls. She is out. Nice. Sometimes you just gotta walk away from the situation and come right out the next time you come around. That feels good.